But yeah, we have got William Black's third album. His third album he's ever released. We had Pages. We had Pieces. Now we've got The Nature of Hope. Kind of, I thought he was going to name it with another P and kind of do like an Illenium thing where like he creates like a trilogy per se. But nah, he was just like, we're going to name it The Nature of Hope. Can I just say dope the album art? It's fucking sick. I love the album art. Simplistic but beautiful. And yeah, overall singles wise, I've actually thought the singles were really great. I headed into this expectation with this album with the expectation, at least when the singles started releasing, I thought that I was like, my expectations for this album were pretty low. And then the singles have been really good, dude. The singles have been really good. So, gotta give it its props. And yeah, I'm heading into this one with decently high expectations. So, hopefully William Black has done something pretty creative here. A lot of people are saying it's great. So yeah, let's hop into it. We've got the intro sequence. There's probably not going to be much I can say about this, but let's listen to it. Let's listen to the intro. The Nature of Hope. Okay. Didn't expect that feel for William Black, but feels almost like trap. Yeah, very cinematic, huge percussion. William Black guitars in the back, those are classic.
Hope is like the sun. If you only believe in it when you can see it, you'll never make it through the night.
That's cool. Alright. That's a dope album intro. I'll be honest. That's a dope album intro. Sets the mood properly. You can kind of tell that it's probably going to go into like a huge grandiose track in the next one, probably, which is going to be Straight Into the Ground. Yeah, wow. That's a great start to the album though. Cool intro. Loved like the vocals in that. I thought it was just going to end there, but then it brought in those not necessarily vocals, but more so the spoken words, I guess. Yeah. There's not much else to really say. It's an intro. The thing is, I always like to use unique words. I would give it mysterious intro out of 10. Sets the mood right. Brings a little mystery into it. I like it. Mysterious. Yeah, gonna get a good intro by chat. I'd agree. I think it does its job as an intro. Not much else to say on that front. Next up, we have got Straight Into the Ground. I don't know if this is an instrumental. It seems like a lot of William Black tunes can tend to have uncredited vocalists at times. So, possibly a vocalist, who knows? But let's get into it.
Know that I leave pages unturned. Cross out all the lines that still hurt.
Very William Black.
But I caught myself dreaming of your hands on mine. And I can't resist giving us just one more try. Oh, we're going down, but we're falling up, and I know.
Feels very similar. Could be similar to Haven. High energy intro.
I can't.
Alright, you can tell the energy's coming. Drop one. Nice fill there. Nice percussion. I can't lie. I feel like I want a little bit more from that sound. It didn't feel as huge as I thought it was gonna be, and it kind of lower the impact of it, but I still think it's good. It's a great vocal, dude. Great. Yeah, that's a great melody. Really great warm atmospheres in that. Okay, brings in the lead. Didn't expect that. Keep that lead in the drop. I drop 2. The arm adds a ton to that. All right. Great start. Nice. Yeah, I thought that was good. Here's my big pointer about that one. I think drop wise, I don't mind the idea per se, but I just think it could be and not necessarily impact wise either, but it just feels like it's holding back a little bit. I feel like to lean into that sound, the sound needs to be a little more grand, I guess. Cause like throughout the builds, it's building as if it's going to be like this huge drop, and then it kind of really isn't. And I don't mind the idea per se. I think the idea is strong, but it's just like, I just wish that the production was there to kind of match that energy that was kind of present in the builds. That's kind of where I'm sitting on that. I still think it was great though. Verse-wise, top-notch, fantastic vocal. Yeah, I still thought it was good. Like I said, verses do exactly what they want to do. I think we'll start with like an 8.25. Verses definitely bringing that up for me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting. We need more precise ratings. It's gonna get a good from chat. It's funny because I've seen like ranking YouTubers that have done that before, where they'll do like 7.975, and it's like, bro, just give it an 8. Just give it an 8. But yeah, that's where I'm sitting. I'm sitting at 8.25. Again, I think it's solid. It's gonna get a good from chat. Great way to start the album. I think it's an appropriate starter. Keeps the energy high. I think that in a set, that would be a great way to start. But yeah, that's Straight Into the Ground. Next up, we have got a song that already came out, so we won't be listening to it, but we have got Last Forever. I gave it like a 5. I think I gave it a 5.5 when we last listened to it. It's grown on me more than I want to admit. I still think the drops leave a lot to be desired, but if those verses aren't a 10, I don't know what the fuck is. Those verses, Jordan Shaw's vocal is a fucking 10. Verse production is probably a 10. The chorus, incredibly engaging. I hate the fact that it's grown on me. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be in denial of it. That being said, the drops leave a ton to be desired. I won't lie. Especially, I'm not a fan of the vocal chop. That's the big one that kind of holds it back. I think the drop 2 feels a little bit more appropriate with the vocal, with the chants kind of in that second drop. But that's kind of where I'm sitting. It's grown on me a lot. I hate to admit it. It's grown on me a lot. I guess it's not a bad thing. I don't know why I say that a lot, where I hate that it's grown on me, but it has. I've given it its fair chance. It's grown on me. I'm going to give it an 8.5. With a slightly different drop and that not so vocally driven lead in the drops, I think we're looking at probably a 9+, if not potentially 9.5+, because I'm telling you, the chorus and the verses, bro, oh my goodness, dude, so good. So good. Like, the 8.5 is solely carried by verses. Don't get it mistaken. People aren't liking it in chat. People aren't liking it. That's just kind of where I sit. Feel free to vote mid if you like and disagree. Straight into the ground is way better. I don't know if I agree with that, dude. I think that Last Forever, I'm telling you, those verses and chorus are a 10. Some of the best verses I've heard this year in Last Forever, dude. So good. The verse, the instrumentation, the trap, drums, the vocal, so grand, dude. Especially the second drop build up too. Does absolutely everything I want from a tune. It's just the drop lead, it's very whiny. That's my big problem with it. Yeah, it's gonna get a good from chat. I'd agree. I know a lot of people are disagreeing. Last Forever has definitely been one of those more polarizing tracks in the community. I think a lot of people are saying they really like it. I think, to me, it's just how much you value the drop at the end of the day. Unless you're not into the sound at all, they're very good verses. So I think it just depends how much you care about verses versus drop. If you care a lot more about the drops, might not necessarily be your thing. If you care a lot about songwriting in the verses, it'll probably be more so your thing. I'm definitely leaning towards more so that I care a lot more about verses and songwriting these days, but it definitely helps to have a good drop. But yeah, next up we have got William Black with Sophia Quinn, who did Talk to You with Blank. So definitely not her first time around the block. She's done some electronic music collaborations in the past. We have got Want It All, 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Let's hop into it. Not sure what to expect from this one.
In the dark, I'm chasing my shadow. In the dark,
I did see the EP announcement, yes.
but in your arms, I'm safe from the hollow.
Nice percussion, that feels appropriate.
See it in the stars, it was written in the stars, so perfect. What if all my mistakes and my bad days are all I am to you? And if I still can't change my fucked up ways, will you still help?
Didn't expect the fuck word there, but
Still see the good in me when I no longer do. Take out my mistakes and my
okay.
bad days. Is it too late to say you want it all? To say you want it all. To say you want it all.
Like those guitar fills. Alright. That's alright. I think verse-wise is it's not connecting as much with me. I think the vocal's nice, but like verse production-wise it's not doing as much for me. That's a nice note there. But yeah. If I can give it an assessment, it feels very album track so far. Love the layers on those vocals, that's nice. Love that acoustic guitar there. Is he gonna get a third drop? We got like 40 seconds still. Little third drop action. Not sure how strong I'm feeling about that one, but yeah, I don't know. I thought that one was all right. Just production-wise to me, didn't necessarily feel as strong. I thought that, see, to me though, the drop felt appropriately full. Like I kind of wish that the drop impact on that idea was present and straight into the ground, because I feel like despite being more chill, that one had a little bit of a more impactful drop than straight into the ground. But yeah, outside of that, I thought it was all right. I think it just to me felt very safe William Black album track-esque, I guess, if you want to put in best words. Kind of reminded me of like Don't Look Down, which I guess to me isn't too bad. But verse-wise and vocal-wise, it wasn't exactly resonating a ton. So when that drop came, it wasn't hitting as much as it probably could have. So yeah, not necessarily my cup of tea in terms of the album. But I will say the drop definitely felt like it had, you know, the appropriate impact for like that chill sound and fullness of the sound overall. I'd probably give that like a 7.25. I thought it was good. But yeah, didn't necessarily resonate like some of the other ones have so far, especially like the verses and like Straight Into the Ground and stuff like that. Wasn't to me as necessarily engaging, but still was a nice tune. I don't get a problem with that. Straight in the Ground had impact. I don't think it had the impact that the builds were building it up to be, you know? I think when you have like these huge grand builds, the drops have to kind of match that. The fullness of that drop in Want It All is what I wish that Straight Into the Ground had. And I think that Straight in the Ground probably could have been a 9. But to me, that's the difference, is that like Want It All was chill, but it had that impact, you know? Doesn't mean that it needs to be Blood Drop 3 or like Pray by Illenium sounding, but like it has the impact behind that sound. A lot of chill house can be impactful too. Yeah, it's gonna get a good from chat. Minute has passed. I'd agree. I think it's on the low end of good. Just kind of like typical William Black album type stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, next up we got another one that came out. As Dreco mentioned, anyone else think that In the Cold is going to be a double album release since it was released on Cannibal? And yeah, I could definitely see that. I think that I did not expect it to be on this album, to be honest, because it came off Cannibal and then it just came out on this album. I was kind of shocked to see it on here, but I mean, it's a Dabin collab. He probably wanted it on. So yeah, In the Cold, it's grown on me. I think that I still don't like the drum pattern, as I mentioned before in my first listen of it, but very similar to Last Forever in the idea that the verses are so good, dude. The verses are so good, man. And the halftime in that second half, fantastic stuff. But yeah, really sold by their verses. Great vocal by James Droll, and just the production all around is great. The drum pattern is the part that I don't really like it. I feel like the drums don't have a ton of impact to kind of match that idea per se. But I think it's great. I don't know where to sit on that. Maybe like an 8.5. I think I'd probably give it an 8.5. I don't remember what I gave it last time. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Dreco. I think that the halftime was such a stronger sound that like utilizing it into that like first half and then maybe going back to the drum pattern, the poppier style drum pattern in the second half definitely could have been appropriate. Yeah, I'd give it an 8.5. Again, like I said, solid track. Amazing's pulling ahead. We got 24, 25. Yeah, Amazing's going to pull it off. I personally don't think it's amazing. I think it's on the high end of good, but I could see the argument. Again, if that drum pattern doesn't bother you like it does with me, I could totally see it. Again, it's just Dabin, and it's really Dabin and William Black kind of in full flow. I think it's stronger than Ready for sure. So they've definitely at least done a stronger collab than last time. Next up, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one that I am the most hyped for. We have got the William Black Trella collaboration, ladies and gentlemen. Trella has not failed. Trella has done, what, like 2 songs this year? 2 or 3 songs this year? No, she did Worlds Away, and then I think she just did the Arm & Hammer one, and like that was it, right? If I'm not mistaken. Either way, both vocals are like a fucking 10. Trella is probably becoming my favorite vocalist in the scene right now. So it is very safe to say that this is the one I was probably the most hyped for. I feel like Trella can, like, if the production is here to boot, this one could be high 9s, probably mid to high 9s. If the production is like lie type. So, what's up? William Black is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Say hi to him. In time for, like I said, probably what I was probably my most hyped one. So yeah, let's hop into it. We've got Stay. No pressure. Album's been good so far.
Hey, been a minute since we talked through the walls like this. Lately, there's so much.
Trella's gonna carry again, isn't she?
All the birthdays and the worst days at my first show and all the friends came. Oh, I wish you could.
Feels very William Black.
I'm so sorry, even though I know it's not my fault. I'm still losing
Really nice strings in
sleep at
that.
night, just waiting for you call. Even if you thought that leaving was the only choice to make, I can't help
Great
but
fucking
wish
vocal,
that-
dude.
wish that you chose to stay.
That's cool.
Wish that you chose to stay.
Oh, the note on that vocal, dude. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Fulcrum, for the 199 pounds. Good work on this, William. Album's been good so far, man. Yeah, dude, I agree with that. Draco. Need You Now is one of my favorites of his Discog, so that's nice. Kind of goes for that chill sound. It's got the impact behind it. Really great vocal drops.
In the back row, oh, I wish I could see you now. I'm still sorry, even though I know it's not my fault.
Dude, Trella is like, I need more Trella, dude. I need more Trella, dude.
Just waiting for you call. Even if you thought that leaving was the only choice to make, I can't help but wish that
Alright, for us two.
you chose to stay.
Oh, bringing the lead in the back there. Nice.
Wish that you chose to stay.
That's good, dude. That's pretty, dude. Spent a lot of time with lyrics. This one wrote about a friend who took his own life when I was in high school. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is a beautiful tribute. I would agree with Anthony, though. Trella knows how to really do the sad songs, man. Oh, gorgeous outro. that one's really fucking good. Trella really never does miss. That one's great, dude. Well, that lived up to expectations. As mentioned before, this was the one that I was hyped up the most about heading into this album. Trella just doing non-stop tens throughout the EDM world. Obviously, Worlds Away, we all know that's probably one of the best songs of all time. And then even the Arm & Hammer one, her vocal on that one was fantastic too. Yeah, just great production throughout, really nice orchestral feel, and then the drop is just like, it's got that open feel, minimalist sort of feel, but the way that the vocal chop on that is what sold me, dude. That was so great. Not much else to really say on that front. That one's fucking great. I think as Dreco said before, very similar to Need You Now, which is my personal favorite. That's my personal favorite off Pieces. So yeah, kind of feels reminiscent of that. Just a very pretty, more sort of chill type track. I don't know what to give that, dude. It's obviously 9+, but like, you know, we're gonna go with the disgusting 9.35 out of 10. We're gonna bring it out. We're gonna bring out the disgusting 9.35. Oscar called it. What's up, Raiden? Yeah, I was gonna get a 9.35. Definitely one of my favorites so far. As mentioned before, Trella killed that. And just great production throughout to support that. Doesn't want to be too much, but it's just so appropriate an idea. The vocal melody is very catchy. The vocal chop is so catchy too, man. I think that's just gonna be a runaway amazing. Is that like 76%? Yeah, we could probably just end the poll there. 76% by chat. I'd agree. Really fantastic. I'm so happy that one lived up to expectations, dude, because I think I mentioned this before when we listened to Arm & Hammer, that like, even though I thought that vocal sold, I wish the production did a little bit more with that idea. So like the production being there is just, yes, dude, so top notch. But anyways, next up is one that we've already heard before, My Own Advice with Illenium and Elena Springsteen. This one has actually grown since album release, not a ton. It's grown a little bit though. The second build going into the second drop is like a fucking 11. That shit is like so euphoric with the vocals on top of that. Yeah, so nothing else has really changed outside of that from my last rating. I still think the drop is great, vocals great, feels unique, feels fresh, kind of going for that acoustic feel. I don't remember what I gave it last time. I think I went with 9.35 last time, if I'm not mistaken. I'd probably up that to like a 9.5 now. Did I give it an 8.75? Gotta run, y'all. We'll take it easy. Thank you, William, for tuning in. I'm gonna edit this. This should be available tomorrow if you wanna take a look and see. But yeah, album's been strong so far. So have a good one, brother. Take it easy, man. Did I really give it an 8.75? That's kind of crazy, bro. I'd give it like a 9.5 now. Yeah, amazing all across the board. Left so he didn't have to see the 5 out of 10 Fairlane rating. 9.5. I think it's a 9.5, dude. It's so good, man. It's so good. My Own Advice, fantastic. Probably one of my favorites off the album. But next up, we have Beautiful Nothing. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't listened to this one in like a really long time. Do you guys want to listen to this one again? I haven't heard this one in like months. I will say though, on first listen, I was honestly kind of impressed. I thought it was good, but I just like haven't gone back to listen to it because the week it came out was such a good week. That was like that was Bridges by AU5, Save Me From Myself by Man Cub. Like that was a huge week. So I ended up spamming Save Me From Myself that whole week, but I just haven't really, and it hasn't come up in the shuffle since. So I'm down to re-listen to this one, as mentioned before, because like I just haven't heard it in a while. Maybe we can see if it's grown or not. So we'll do a rare TKC listen, even though we've heard the song before.
Time is out of sight.
I honestly loved the vocal. Vocal was great.
Take over the world, right of the night. So close your eyes.
Great percussion.
We can set it all on fire. Watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be there for that breakdown stream. Gotta always support my boy Alec. Love the hats on that. It's a great vocal. We got Awinity in the chat. Say hello to Affinity, everyone. When are we listening to Misunderstood? That's nice. Drop doesn't do too much. Yeah, I love what William Black always does with his percussion, man. Really nice guitars in the back. See, if I can describe how I feel about Rocktronic, this is the type of Rocktronic I can get behind. This type of rock. Not necessarily like the punk rock stuff, not the metal realist stuff really. This type of rock I can get behind. Yeah, Stay was fantastic. Really nice guitars in the back, adds a ton of builds. Love the guitar on that. Vocals a nice touch on that. Yeah. That is a nice tune, dude. Oh, and then I remember my favorite part, dude. It's got the fade out. It's got the fade out. How could I not mention the fade out, dude? God, I love fade outs, bro. Bring the fade out. Bring in more fade outs, dude. I fucking love fade outs. That's about as good as I remember it being. I remember when that came out, I remember going to my Discord and I was the only one in the entire server that was gassing up that song. I was like, this is better. Because I remember I said it was better than Bridges that week and everyone's like, you're mad. You are mad thinking it's better than Bridges. I still stand behind that opinion. I still think that's better than Bridges. I think it's great. Really great rock vocal. Guitars feel appropriate. And again, it's not obnoxiously rocktronic. It doesn't try to be in-your-face rock, but it's like clearly rock-inspired stuff. You know, I think I'd give it an 8.5 too. 8.5 is just an appropriate type rating for this album so far. 8.5 feels right. Just does everything right. Metalcore, is that if that's what it's called, I'm down with those vocals, dude. Where it's not, I just don't like the metal screamy stuff, but I love the metal rock type singing. To me, that stuff works. And yeah, just a fun little rocktronic-y tune, but it doesn't feel obnoxiously rocktronic, as I always like to mention. So yeah, I've been standing behind that tune since day one. I think that one got overly hated earlier on. A lot of people were saying that that was worse than Last Forever. I personally thought, until Last Forever grew, I thought it was leagues ahead of Last Forever. So, But anyways, next up we have got Whiplash. Oscar's hyping it up, saying Whiplash is the GOAT. And then we have got a stretch of 3 brand new ones, Lie, and then 2 brand new ones. So we've got 5 out of the next 6, 5 out of the 6 being brand new. I assume it's an uncredited vocalist again. A lot of people are saying Whiplash is great. Let's see. Top 3 on the album. Nice chords.
Speeding on the highway, just trying to get to your place. Then we only had like 2 days.
It feels like Noted almost.
Something running every red light, 'cause I don't wanna waste time.
That's nice so
Am I
far.
out of my mind from the shaky kind.
I'm trying to figure out like BPM wise. Kind of like a 180, I think. Oh, nice layers on those.
Now I got whiplash, driving a little too fast. Don't even care if I crash. Just
98 BPM.
Yeah, I got whiplash, speeding until I lose track. Now it's too late to turn back.
Great vocal.
Just trying to get to you.
Let's see what the drop does.
Trying to get to you.
Whoa. The elbow on the... That's dope. Little sort of future bassy sound from William Black there. Okay. I did not expect that. Wow, that's cool. This feels very like 2017 almost. Very like pop future bass type. As mentioned before, it feels like verses wise it feels like Noted. But love the layered again on that.
Now I got whiplash, driving a little too fast. Don't even care if I crash, just trying to get to you. Yeah, I got whiplash, speeding until I lose track. Now it's too late to turn back. I'm just trying to get to you. Just trying to get to you.
Love that vocal chop in the back there.
Just trying to get to you. 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 Just trying to get to you.
Yeah, that's dope.
Just trying to get to you.
What song does that remind me of? That reminds me of You're Not Alone. Kind of reminds me of that.
Just trying to get to you. Just trying to get to you.
The strings on that, what was that? Okay, you guys might have been right. You guys might have been right hyping that one up. Wow, yeah, that's great. Great sort of future bassy feel on that. And then in that second half of that second drop, it felt very similar to You're Not Alone, but without that like Cinema Kid lead on top. So, I mean, that's probably a top 3 William Black song for me, which You're Not Alone. So bringing that kind of sound back, yeah, feels great, dude. Takes you back kind of to that 2017, 2018 sound, as I mentioned before. Not in a bad way, but like just kind of to that era where everyone was making future bass. Yeah, that's great, dude. That's awesome. That was a fun tune. Great vocal there. I don't know who that was, but that's a great vocal. William Black did a great job complimenting that vocal. Do we give another gross rating? I kind of want to give it a 9.15. I kind of want to give it a 9.15. That's great. No, you know what? I'm gonna give it that. Nah, I'm gonna give it a 9.25. I'm gonna give it a 9.25. We won't be that egregious. We'll give it a 9.25 on that. Again, I've been digging a lot into my playlist recently, kind of listening to a lot of older stuff kind of from that 2017 era. Future bass has kind of come back to life in my views, so getting to hear kind of a modern take on that older sound in a period where I'm really enjoying that type of music, that's dope. That's a runaway amazing. Kind of not surprised by that. Production-wise, it's top-notch too. But yeah. Anyways, next up, we have got Higher Now, William Black. Yeah, we got a little Lenny collaboration, 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Don't know what to expect from this one. Lenny's always got some great vocals, though. Great songwriting. So let's see what she's got here.
Take me with the wind.
Maybe like 125, 128, if I had to guess.
Towards the setting sun, somewhere I've never been.
120-ish?
Fade into dust like a smoking gun.
123? Okay.
I find myself again.
Interesting BPM choice.
Where the road begins, never looking back. No, loving where I'm at.
Okay.
Feeling something overnight, I just wanna feel it.
Okay.
Just a little bit higher now.
Is it gonna be like a deep house?
Spinning like a satellite, moving into overdrive. Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher now.
I don't know what to expect from this.
Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher now.
Okay. Got that sort of like deep melodic house feel. Love that vocal chop in that. Okay, wow. Did not expect that when it felt like house, but that's an interesting switch for him. I will definitely say it's welcome.
Reflections of myself in a different light. When I find myself again, I'll be standing with the road.
It's a great vocal by Lenny too.
Looking back,
Yeah, it feels like it could be off spinning almost.
where I'm at.
Like a melodic bass take on that.
I just wanna feel it. Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher.
Maybe it's 123.5.
Moving into overdrive. Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher now. Just a little bit higher now.
We got some arguments about BPM in the chat.
Just a little bit higher now. Just a little
Assume it drop 2 is gonna be the same. That's nice, dude. Full sound. That's nice, dude. That's great. I think that's one of those songs like where just subgenre wise, it's not like my absolute favorite thing in the world, like with that deep sort of house feel, but like production wise, idea wise, vocal wise, like melody wise, it's really selling, dude. I normally wouldn't be into a song like that, but I just feel like idea-wise, it just works. It just works, dude. And production-wise, top-notch, super full sound in that idea. That's great. That's a great one by William Black. Again, feels... This is what I love to see, kind of switching away from the main sound, I guess, but it still feels William Black to an extent. So, love that. Kind of exploring with his sound a little bit. So, yeah, I'd give that like an 8 point. I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna probably end up keep spamming that for a hot minute. I'd give it an 8.5. Good is like an absolute. We could just end that right there, dude. That's a runaway good. Yeah, I think it's good. As mentioned before, I think it does its job as an album track, kind of switching up the sound a little bit, venturing into different territory, and I think it does it well while still maintaining a semblance of William Black. Yeah, let's just hop into the next one here. We got Enemy. Personally, I have never been a friend of... I've never been a friend of friend vocals. I've never been a fan of friend vocals very much. He's done a couple songs. Haven't with Said the Sky. I haven't really been in love with those, mostly because of his vocals. So we'll see if maybe he can give me a vocal I'm interested in. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's hop into it. Not sure what to expect here. Love that chord progression.
Do you wanna know what it feels like to be dragged across the floor? You're making me out like the bad guy. Can we talk about all the thoughts you wasted contemplating how you're going?
Not huge on the vocal, to be honest, but
intoxicated pictures faded, lonely for the rest of your life. Go ahead and erase all the memories.
That fits in that section.
Enemy. I know that you got the tendency of using the pain like a remedy. Hope you're happy now. Hope the drugs run out. Hope you're miserable when I'm not around. Go ahead and erase all the memories.
Okay. It's alright so far. Getting vocals kind of dragging it down. Wow.
I wanna pretend like it's
Okay.
okay.
That drop is fucking ridiculous. Whoa, that drop is nuts. Okay, you know what? That drop might be able to get me into the vocals. Straight up, I'm not even kidding. That drop is maybe one of the best off the album so far. Yeah, vocals still not my favorite, but like... Nice fill on that. Yeah, wow. I'm just really... The thing you guys gotta understand is I am like so not into pop punk vocals at all. I very much dislike that sound. of the pop punk stuff. So if you guys are new to the channel, I mean, if you guys have been with the channel forever, you're probably very well aware of that I just very much so dislike pop punk vocals. I love everything about it except the vocal. Production wise feels super engaging. Drop wise super full. Love that melody behind it. Chord progression solid. Super emotional and euphoric, but big thing for me is just vocal brings it down quite a bit. Just not, I've never been into that pop punk sound, and like very, very, very rarely do I hear a song where I like the inclusion of a vocalist like that. So it's just a personal preference for me. I assume if you like that sound, you're probably into it, but if you ask me personally, I'm waiting for it to die. I'd probably give it an 8.5, dude. Actually, you know what? No, maybe more like an 8.25. I think I'd probably give it an 8.25. I think that with a different vocal, that probably could have been like a 9.25, 9.5. 8.25 is kind of where I'm sitting on that. Super production-wise, just top-notch. The drop on that's so euphoric, but as someone that cares a lot about a good verse and a good chorus, really hard to salvage a tune sometimes if I'm not entirely sold by the verses. So that's just how it's going to be. Just a personal preference for me. Again, as mentioned before, if you love that sound, you grew up with that sound, chances are you're probably loving that. But yeah, just not for me personally. Yeah, we had some people trying to vote for amazing, but at the end of the day, good ended up taking the cake on that. Next up, this is one we've already heard before. A fan favorite, perhaps. We've got Lie. The chorus has kind of become a meme in the Discord and the channel. The whole lie thing. Lie is dope, dude. I don't know what to say. I think Lie is probably still my favorite off this album so far. I don't know, just something about it just clicks. The vocal's great. The production's just fantastic. Like, it must be the ARP during the build or something like that, because like melody-wise, it's so on point. BPM was appropriate, feels appropriate for an increase of BPM. I think it's at 160 if I'm not mistaken, in A flat. Can I get an 8.65? You're probably gonna get a little bit better. I'd probably give it like a 9.75. You know, actually 9.65 is probably fair. I don't know if it's like a 9.75. I'm just trying to think of like where I placed it. I won't spoil that, but yeah, I think 9.65 is honestly probably fair. I think that, again, like I said, there's not much I would really change about it, but like the only thing that's really keeping it from like 9.65 to like a 10 is it doesn't make me cry. That's kind of like the only thing. If you can get like a 10 is like, it'll emotionally destroy me. That's what a 10 has to be. So it's not in that 10 range, but dare I say it might be William Black's best tune he's ever made. If not it's easily top 3, but I think it's probably his best that he's ever done. So yeah, it's just the William Black sound in full flow, but with just like amazing melodies and amazing. Yeah, looks like it's gonna get an amazing. We'll let a couple more votes come in. Someone immediately voted Stinky again. Someone's just throwing away their votes. Yeah, Lie is just like pinnacle songwriting, pinnacle melodies, pinnacle production. I should probably stop saying the word pinnacle. But anyways, next up, yeah, let's just hop right into the next one. We've got 2 songs left here, ladies and gentlemen. We have got Bleed For You, William Black, Luca. Then we got Shatterproof. Little Mazare collaboration to end the album. Kind of an interesting choice. I wonder if it'll have the super grand feel to it. Bleed For You, though. We've got some Bleed For You hype in the chat. Bleed For You is the GOAT, as 2 users have said, Dreco and Oscar. It's only one way to find out if it is the GOAT. We'll listen to it. I don't know who Luca is, so don't even know if it's male or female vocal. Guess we'll find out. interesting feel so far.
Hope you let me down, let me down, let me down. Burn it to the ground, to the ground, to the ground.
Okay. Thank you, Falcon, for the 199 pounds. Favorite song on the album? Interesting. Everyone's saying it's the best one. Whoa, F word again. The fuck word. It's a nice vocal. Alright, great so far. Huge sound. Oh, the lead in the back there. That's nice, dude. It's not like resonating maybe at the level of you guys, but like that's great. That's great. It feels like Linkin Park. That seems like kind of reminiscent. I can imagine it's a grower, yeah. I could see that for sure. I love the way he processes vocals, dude. It's got some nice bounce in the chorus too. Alright, let's see drop 2. Nice guitar there, the fake out. Yeah, that lead is such a huge touch. Short but sweet. 2 minutes and 54 seconds. I didn't even see that. But yeah, I'd say that's really good. Super full sound, really great vocal. I think big thing for me is just like drop wise, I just wish it did not necessarily like a little bit more. And just like ideas wise, it's not resonating like a ton, but I'd still say it's like really good. Feels quick, feels appropriate. Again, full sound, great mix, great production. Just kind of comes down to melody for me. But yeah, overall, I still think it's really good. I think it probably could grow on me over time. The verses resonate. I think I'd probably give that like an 8.75. 9 at least. I think it's an 8.75. I don't know if I'd give it a 9. 8.75. Again, I really appreciate what it does, though. I think it's really great. Looks like it's a battle between amazing and good right now. It's gonna get amazing from chat. I think it's pretty close to that. I can see it though. Totally can see it. Again, could grow over time. Who knows? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm saying. I think that's a really good one. Again, super full sound. I can see why a ton of people like that one. That's probably the biggest drop of the album so far. But yeah, next up we have got the final one on the album. We've made it all the way to the end. It's been a I think it's been a pretty quick album. I know we've got 14 tracks, so at first glance it seems like a big album, but a lot of these are pretty short and sweet, you know. Nothing, I don't think there's a single track over 4 minutes on this album, so sweet, straight to the point. And yeah, so last up we've got Shatterproof, Point North on vocals. I don't know who that is, but William Black and Mazare. Interesting collaboration. I don't know what to expect. Mazare for me has been rather underwhelming a lot of the year. But yeah, he did an amazing collaboration with Skybreak. So maybe the collaborator can bring the best out of him, bring some freshness to the idea. Let's see how Shatterproof is. Finish off the album strong. Let's see. I wonder if it's gonna be D&B too. That's very Mazare already. Yeah, you could blindfold me and I could tell that that's Mazare.
Yeah, picked up your stuff and you waved goodbye. Said I'll be back for the rest next time.
Okay.
And now I'm wishing you well on your way home. Feels like we're going through hell, 'cause we both know that we're not shatterproof. And I don't think we had a clue that I'm bad for you. Well, maybe I'm the kind of loser you're attracted to. Say you love me for the rest of my life.
Probably gonna be D&B if I had to guess. Alright, drum step. It feels very Mazare, I'm not gonna lie. It's nice. Drop-wise, slightly disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still nice. It's a nice vocal. Probably D&B's second drop if I had to make a guess. Classic Mazare fake out. Yeah. Order time. All right. Nice chords. Euphoric. Really had a clue. All right. Can I just start by saying that's a very questionable choice to close the album. I feel like my own advice had to have been the closer. Kind of a bizarre choice for the closer, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, I think you guys all know how I feel about Mazare at this point. To me, that just feels like formulaic Mazare. Vocals really nice and the verses were really nice, but like drop wise, it just feels like a mix of like generic rocktronic and formulaic Mazare. So yeah, verses really saved that one for me. Personally, that might be my least favorite on the album, I'm not gonna lie. What did I give? Nah, actually no, it's better than one at all. But yeah, not personally my favorite. I feel like, again, it just feels... I just want more. It just feels like the typical rocktronic drop, and it's got that Mazare type formula. Icarus felt like such a fresh song from Mazare. I was like, maybe he can do something fresh, switch it up a little bit, and it just kind of feels like typical Mazare there. But yeah, in terms of that track, and thank you, Oscar, man, I appreciate it a ton. But yeah, that track, not too much, unfortunately. I'd probably give that like 7.5 out of 10. I'd probably give that like a 7.5. It was nice. The vocal kind of saved it there. Had that sort of rock feel, but wasn't like pop punk, wasn't metal. So I can dig that rock vocal to that extent. And yeah, I guess after we get a chat rating, we can kind of give our overall thoughts on what we think of the album. Yeah, overall thoughts on the album, at least from when I had first started, my expectations were in the gutter, dude. Didn't have super high expectations for this album. But now listening back to it, I would definitely say that that's a great piece of music, dude. I definitely think that's his best album he's done so far. Explores a ton of sounds, feels super fresh. I think that the big thing with William Black is he can tend to be a little samey at times in terms of his sound. I feel like Pieces and Pages both kind of do that in their sound. William Black and in Pieces, a lot of them have that "Don't Look Down" type sound. Pages, a lot of them have that like lead forward sound, like in like Ruins, for example. This one felt fresh. Lots of different sounds on display. You had your chill stuff like Stay. You had your like the deep melodic house almost with Higher Now. Future bass with Whiplash. And then different feels throughout the verses too. Like My Own Advice had like a sort of it was like a pop sound, but like a very acoustic driven pop sound. You had some rock stuff. So yeah, just overall very diverse. I know a lot of for a lot of people that are probably upset or like a little burnt out of the melodic sound, I don't know what they'd think of this album because again, it's just a lot of melodic stuff. But like in terms of BPM ranges, in terms of sounds on display, yeah, to me it's very different for sure. So yeah, overall, I think that's a great album. Definitely his best work to date for sure. Yeah, and just a great album overall. Most of them are playlist ads. I think looking back, I think I added every single one. I don't think I added Want It All. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that as an ad. We'll see if that grows or not. But yeah, outside of that, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I think I've added pretty much everything. And yeah, I think it's just as mentioned before, just a great album overall. And yeah, I'm seeing him in Ember Shores in like a month. So hopefully we'll get to see some of these songs live, get to sing some of them. I'd love to hear Stay Live. I don't know if Stay Live will happen, but Stay Live would be fucking sick. And yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling.